It's Powerback time on the Gutsy Podcast. Each week we bring you 5 minutes of condensed inspiration to reclaim the courage and momentum you've given away. You've got big things to do, so let's get your power back. Have you ever felt like you're just stuck in a rut, like a cycle keeps repeating itself? Like, how on earth does this keep happening to me? Well, friends, the enemy of progress is comfort. And comfort, while it brings a lot of perceived safety and security, is often the very reason that we stop growing. It's so easy to want something to change, right? Especially when something is not going right in your life or in your business, and you're like, gosh, I can't stand my clothes not fitting anymore. But there's comfort in having the food that we want to eat. I don't want this toxic person in my life anymore, but there's comfort because I've always known them. I hate this money cycle that I'm in. I hate that I keep being trapped here, but it's easier and more comfortable knowing the spending habits that I already have. Or better yet, I'm more comfortable keeping the clientele that I have and not raising my prices because that doesn't rock the boat. Yet that still keeps me stuck. I hate how things are going at work. Everything is confusing and all over the place, and nothing's clearly defined. Yet, defining processes and changing the way that people do things in their jobs and in their roles, it's challenging. So it's more comfortable to just deal with the aftermath. I could go on for an hour and explain a million more situations where we stall our own progress based on our need and desire to stay comfortable. I mean, rocking the boat, it's not easy. Change is not easy, especially when we know that there's other people or emotions, or you know what? It's just going to take more time. Time is such a beautiful gift, and when you're already feeling tired, stuck, and overwhelmed, the last thing you want to do is add more on top of your plate. Something that comes to mind is hiring. You know that you need help. You know that you're stuck. You know that you can't grow any farther than when you're currently standing. But the thought of slowing down to train someone else is overwhelming. So it's almost easier just to deal with the shit that you've already got going on. Regardless of what the change is, change can be challenging. But I also want to encourage you to know that change is temporary. This week, I want you to take your power back by identifying something that you always do or a behavior that you typically snap back to, create awareness around it, and get uncomfortable by making a change. Because here's the thing, if you don't make necessary changes to move the needle forward, you will continue to stay in the cycle that is breaking you. One of two things are going to happen. You're either going to continue to make the same decisions, repeating the same behaviors, doing the same things that you're used to, because why? Either that's what you were taught, or it's simply what you have become comfortable doing. Or you're going to get pissed. You're going to get angry at a situation or a cycle or a feeling, and you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, you know what? I am done with that. That no longer serves me. I no longer want to feel that way. I no longer want to be stuck. And the pain of even thinking about repeating that is greater than just facing this shit and making a change. And then you make a change. And slowly but surely you start to recognize that something that once took up all of your energy or sucked the life out of you or made you angry or frustrated or upset is now no longer a problem because you are no longer fueling its fire. I got real freaking tired of staying in the negative money cycle. And I lived in that, guys, for years. May I even say the better part of a decade. I allowed it, and it's what I knew. It's what I grew up on. It's what was known to me. It's what I was comfortable doing. Changing our prices, changing our structure, basically reinventing my entire company was not easy, but it was necessary because now we have broken that cycle. Guys, you can break cycles. We often feel like, well, this is the way that it is because this is all that I've known. At the end of the day, it's up to you. I know it's easy to point the fingers and look at circumstances, and yes, there's just shit happening. But at the end of the day, the decision comes down to you. Are you willing to make a change to achieve the things that are calling you? Do you really want peace and abundance and happiness and travel and marriage and kids and a successful business and a great culture? I mean, insert word in blank. I want you to really start shifting that, okay, you can think those things in your mind, but do you really believe in the depths of your gut that you can achieve and deserve those things? And if the answer is yes, then I need you to start taking risks, getting uncomfortable, and making changes to allow space in your life for those things to enter. Join me next week on the Gutsy Podcast with real-life boss babe Paige Cole. Paige gets down into the depths of 6 ways to embrace energy in your life and how to manifest the shit that you want. Until then, follow the Gutsy Podcast on Facebook and Instagram, and for more Gutsy insight, follow me personally at @ThatLauraOra. See you next time.